The streets of New Raven. Night, the camera opens on a sweeping aerial view of New Raven, a city shrouded in darkness. Neon lights flicker among the towering skyscrapers, casting long, eerie shadows. The streets are nearly deserted, save for a few stragglers and the distant wail of sirens. The camera pans down to a narrow, grimy alleyway where Lucas Raines, a seasoned detective, is making his way through the shadows, his trench coat billowing behind him. Lucas Raines, VO grim, reflective tone. This city, it's a beast that never sleeps. Every night, it eats away at itself, and every morning, it wakes up just a little more rotten. But tonight is different. Something's lurking in the dark, something that doesn't belong. Lucas pauses at the mouth of an alley, scanning his surroundings with sharp, calculating eyes. He checks his watch, midnight. The abandoned church. Lucas arrives at an old, abandoned church on the outskirts of the city, its once grand facade now crumbling and overgrown with ivy. The moonlight barely penetrates the thick fog surrounding it. Lucas hesitates for a moment, his instincts screaming at him to turn back, but he pushes forward, driven by an unseen force. He pushes open the heavy wooden doors, which creak ominously as they reveal the dark interior of the church. The camera follows Lucas as he steps inside, the sound of his footsteps echoing in the vast, empty space. The altar at the far end of the room is lit by a single beam of moonlight, highlighting a strange object resting atop it. Lucas Raines, to himself, whispering, "This place, it's been abandoned for years. Why would anyone come here?" He cautiously approaches the altar, the camera focusing on the strange object, a small, obsidian stone, glowing faintly with a dark energy. Lucas's eyes widen as he feels an inexplicable pull towards it. The encounter as Lucas reaches out to touch the stone, the shadows in the church suddenly come alive, swirling around him like a dark vortex. The camera captures the fear and awe on Lucas's face as the shadows engulf him, their cold tendrils wrapping around his body. He tries to pull away, but it's too late. The stone has already bound itself to him. Suddenly, the shadows recede, and Lucas collapses to the floor, gasping for breath. He stares at his hands, which now pulse with dark energy. The camera zooms in on his eyes, which flicker with an eerie, shadowy light. Lucas Raines, VO, panicked, disbelieving tone. What just happened? What is this power? Lucas struggles to his feet, his heart pounding in his chest. The once familiar church now feels like a different world, the air thick with an unnatural chill. The camera lingers on Lucas's face as he realizes that his life has just changed forever. Lucas's apartment. Early morning, Lucas stumbles into his small, cluttered apartment, still reeling from the events at the church. He slams the door behind him and leans against it, trying to steady his breathing. The camera follows him as he moves to the bathroom, splashing cold water on his face. He looks at himself in the mirror. His reflection flickers, momentarily distorted by shadows. Lucas Raines, to himself, shaken, "This isn't real. It can't be real."